Welcome back, it's Sid Rajiv from Fundamental Research. So today we're going to continue with our top pick series. I'm going to talk about copper today. In my last video I talked about gold. I introduced you to three gold companies, two producers and one advanced stage project. If you have not seen that video, make sure you check that out. And also I'll be talking about our top picks in the other sectors going forward. I'm going to talk about copper today, followed by EV metals. I'm going to talk about cannabis companies. I'm going to talk about real estate in the videos in the future. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss these videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel. So today we talk about copper. Copper prices are trading at record highs. It's at about $4.50 per pound. The last time it hit such highs were back in 2011. And that's when a lot of big companies, producers and large producers and also mid-tier producers pursued a lot of M&A and expanded their portfolio. So during this environment, we feel one of the best strategies to pick copper companies is to go for companies with advanced stage projects, companies with large deposits in politically stable jurisdictions. So today I'm going to introduce you to three companies in our universe of coverage that I think are likely candidates for acquisitions. I've selected three companies. These three companies have huge projects, huge copper projects with robust economics, and that's based on advanced stage economic studies on their projects. So let's get started. First company I want to talk today is Cornerstone Capital. They have a minority interest in one of the largest undeveloped copper projects in the world. Their project is in Ecuador. They have about a 20% interest in this project. SolGold of Australia is the majority owner, and this project has about 21 billion pounds of copper and 21 million ounces of gold in the indicated category. A PEA, a preliminary economic assessment on the project, gave an after-tax NPV at 8% of $4.4 billion US, and Cornerstone share of the project, the share of the NPV of the project is about 800 million Canadian. When you look at the valuations of Cornerstone's enterprise value, EV, is just 50 million, which means the market is only assigning the project that should be worth 50 million when the economic study has said that it should be worth over 800 million Canadian, and that's based on $3 copper. Copper is now trading at $4.50. Now, we think it's a good acquisition target due to many reasons. Number one is that the project is fundamentally solid. Number two, BHP and Newcrest own 14% interest in SolGold. BHP has tried to acquire SolGold in the past. SolGold has tried to acquire Cornerstone in the past. So we think Cornerstone is in an ideal scenario to be subject to an M&A in the next 6 to 12 months. The second story I want to talk about is Los Andes Copper. They also have a massive project. This is in Chile. They have about 13 billion pounds of copper in the measured and indicated category, and about 7 billion pounds of copper in the inferred category. PEA completed on this project gave an after-tax NPV at 8% of about $1.8 billion US. Los Andes' current market cap is about 300 million Canadian. So you can see how the market is significantly discounting the valuation of the company. And another metric that we use for valuing copper juniors is something called EV to resource, which is the enterprise value to resource. Los Andes Copper is trading at 1.9 cents per pound of resource that it has, while the sector average that we estimate is about 3.6 cents per pound. So both in terms of after-tax NPV and the EV to resource multiples, we feel Los Andes Copper is extremely undervalued at current levels. So the third company I want to talk about is Panorama Minerals. They have a bunch of copper projects in Peru. Hudbay Minerals owns 12% of Panorama's equity. Now among their portfolio of assets, 2 advanced stage projects have about 4 billion pounds of copper in the indicated category and 7 billion pounds of copper in the inferred category. They also have a combined resource across all categories, over 4 million ounces of gold as well. And these 2 projects, their after-tax NPV at 7.5% at $3 per pound copper is close to $1 billion US, and Panora's current market cap is just $45 million Canadian. Now another positive aspect of this company is that they don't need to do any equity financing in the near term, as a bunch of its other projects are partnered with brand name entities that gives funding so that the projects can be advanced. Another key point is that Wheaton Precious has offered the company close to $140 million in financing to fund one of its projects. Now in terms of valuation, their EV to resource is just 0.6 cents per pound versus the sector average is 3.6 cents per pound. So they're extremely undervalued, again based on the after-tax NPV of its projects and also the EV to resource metrics. So those were the 3 ideas I wanted to talk to you about regarding copper. So as always, if you like these videos, give us a like, and as I mentioned, subscribe to our channel, and see you next time.